concepts, the preconceptions as far as how you should go for your stroke and whatnot. And one of those young paddlers who is actually changing a lot of like the surf scene and also coming very hot on the race scene is Kody Kerbox. So Kody, thanks for coming here. And Kody comes from a, I should say, legendary family, so of a lot of watermen. And tell me, you are in Maui, correct?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing one of the videos of you surfing a few years ago, which seems like a very long time ago. It was just a few years ago. And you're just like a kid. You're still a kid, but you're really a kid. And now like you're taller than me. And I saw you racing and sprinting against Mo Freitas. And I was like, my goodness, like it's scary. Like how much aggro and testosterone you guys got pumping there and adrenaline. Anyway, thanks. Welcome to the show. We're stoked to have you here. So what have you been up to? I've seen you doing a lot of surfing and racing. Apparently you're traveling also. So give us an update there.
Yeah, pretty much just been surfing and racing and all kinds of stuff all summer long. Haven't really been home much, so just spent a lot of time in Tahoe, kind of just getting a little more flat water race experience and having some fun up there. And went to Utah, checked out some trade shows, and just had a fun surf trip in El Salvador with Chuck and Connor Baxter. That was a ton of fun. Good to get some waves and kind of get rolling with the surfing thing again, and just been having a lot of fun.
So did you guys get into surf? It sounds like surf was up, right?
Yeah. We had some swell. It was a lot of fun. Got some fun waves, and it was pretty awesome.
So let's rewind a little bit, and we have a lot of kids getting to the sport. It is a new sport, so but you were a kid when you got into it. So how was that transition? What were you doing before? Like, you got out of your crib into a paddleboard. How was that transition? I just have to pull your leg. How was that transition? Because we have a lot of kids who are watching this. And we just had Chuck here, and they go like, "Oh my goodness, look at I'm gonna stay away from him. The guy's big. He's probably very fast, intimidating. You watch the battle of the paddle. You got boards flying all over the place. It can be like nowadays. I watch you, and I'm going like, "Oh my goodness, look at that." So how did you transition into it? Where did you come from?
Well, pretty much just kind of grew up, longboarding, shortboarding, even like toe surfing from before I can remember. Like see pictures, I don't even remember when I started, so I remember
towing the crib into Jaws. Is that how early it was? That is something Chuck Patterson might try.
Yeah.
Let's try the ski thing. That might be the next thing. Crib towing.
Yeah, pretty much just doing
really. So you've
water.
been towing for a long time.
Yeah. Just like started out just doing kind of wakeboarding, pretty much on my dad's tow boards, smaller tow boards and stuff. And then when the waves were small, I'd go tow into little head-high waves, and I loved that. That was like the most fun because you didn't have to deal with crowds or paddling, and that was a lot of fun. And then I don't even really remember it too well, but I know my dad took me and threw me on a soft top like lesson board and cut a kayak paddle and put a little PVC tee on it, and went out and paddled in Maliko, just flat water for a little while. And I don't remember it, but I seen pictures of it, and pretty much just kind of did it a little more, and once I got on like a Nash board that was small enough for me to turn, it was a lot of fun, and just kept progressing from there, just loving it.
Yeah, and if you watch Kody surfing, a very progressive surfer who does like tons of like very radical moves, and I've also done like some aerials and things like that too. So pushing the limits as far as what can be done, and bringing that shortboard style to stand up. And how is that transitioning?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Just when you just kind of shortboard all forever, so once you get on a stand-up board, you just try the same things. It's not really much different. And now it's like, unless the waves are like barreling or something, I don't even want to go shortboarding. We have way more fun doing turn stand-up paddling. It's a lot just more drawn out, bigger turns, and I don't know, just a ton of fun because you just be creative and try just different things, and it's pretty cool.
So take us through your day as far as like what you do. So surf is up.
Surf is up, probably dawn patrol, get down to Hokipa early and try to get in the water, go stand up, and as soon as a little wind gets on it or it gets a little crowded, then we either go down the coast and keep stand-up paddling or grab your shortboard and head out and try to get a couple waves and just pretty much surf as long as you can. Eat some breakfast in between a couple of sessions, and depends how windy it gets. Either try to find spots where there's not much wind, or go for a downwinder with trying to get some bumps on the outer reefs on the big race boards, which is a ton of fun. So just that, and maybe go windsurf too. Windsurfing's a lot of fun. So just change it up and just spend all day in the water.
Be careful, real estate in Maui might go up. You just described like a wonderful playground. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
So just keep cross training, keep having fun, and that gets you faster.
Yeah. Well, pretty much, I'd say like February, March, I kind of was like, wow, I maybe should do a little more racing. Seeing everyone at the battle last year kind of inspired me to want to get a little more into the racing thing. So started going and training with Connor, and we would do just like kind of more surfing stuff. Started out surfing on the race boards when it was small, and then eventually started going to the harbor to get flat water, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're doing it every day, and you're like, wait, I haven't surfed. Why haven't I surfed? I've just been at the harbor every day. So just kind of started doing it more and having fun with it, and yeah.
Great. So let's talk about that fun. Moving along, let's talk about gear. So what does your quiver look like?
Quiver is pretty packed with all kinds of stuff. I got, my 8.0 is probably my favorite board, just every day.
And how tall and how much do you weigh?
I'm thinking like 6'1" and probably 165.
Okay.
160, 165.
And you're on an 8.0, and that's
a good, 8.0, comfortable size. 8.0 by 26, and it took a little getting used to, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's definitely a great board to be on. And
it's a narrow board, so don't try it at home before getting used to it.
So yeah, I'll ride that if it's ankle high to double overhead, and just depending on the conditions and the waves, maybe jump up to 8'10", kind of gun board, and beyond that, got a 9'4", 9'8", and even a 10'8" for waves like Jaws or like very big outer specs, or when it gets.
And on the racing side, 12.6, 14.
12.6, yeah, I just have a 12.6, 14. Got the new race boards are pretty amazing. They're a lot of fun. I just been trying the new 12.6, and that's all I want to ride. Like for anything, I think it'd just be the 12.6. So even surfing or downwind, anything on the new 12.6. And 14s are a lot of fun as well. Can go a little faster, but 12.6 makes it harder. So
okay, so let's not give up. Let's not give out your address because wonderful playground, like amazing quiver. You might have people breaking in. I don't want that, so we're gonna keep that under the hood. Moving on, let's talk about fitness and about technique. Chuck was just talking about how the kids, that is, including you, you guys are doing a lot of different things. So tell us about like stroke, holding the paddle, and whatnot. What are you doing? What is technique for you, if anything?
Pretty much, it's just kind of whatever feels natural, really. Like when I started training with Connor at the beginning of this year, I guess, it was like I'd go paddle with him, and as soon as he'd go choke down, he'd just be gone. So I'm like, well, gosh, I have to do that if I want to keep up with him. So pretty much, I just started practicing it, and then before you knew it, it's like you're doing it without even thinking about it. It just kind of comes naturally. And
do you do the V? Do you do it like that or like
that? No, I don't think I could ever hold it like that, but I do see people doing that. So, but just the V, just kind of like it's a T, and it's a lot harder. Like it takes a lot more out of you. It's like sprinting or versus just kind of jogging, like if you're running. So it takes a lot more out of you, but it's definitely a lot faster and the only way to keep up with everyone else. So, gotta do it.
Yeah. So there you go. Anything else as far as how you stand on the board, stance, power?
Yeah, just I tend to move around a lot. It's I don't know, just kind of always trying to find that perfect spot, and just depending on if you're going upwind or downwind or sidewind, you're always kind of standing different, really, and just kind of a little offset, parallel, and whatever feels good.
There you go. So. A lot of insight of some of the people who are actually changing the landscape as far as what is acceptable in terms of technique. I've seen you sprinting. You go fast. So, okay. We were going to talk about diet, but let's talk about diet. Let's move on. Let's go boom, technique, diet there on the screen. Now, is it just fast food? I mean, I mean, your age, do you care about what you eat? Well, would he? I'm a bit concerned. I don't know, tell us. Like,
pretty much, well, unless I eat like a lot of eggs or something in the morning, I'm hungry like all day. So I usually try to eat, good egg meal in the morning, and then as well as oatmeal or cereal, just to get you through the first session.
That's healthy. I mean, that's
pretty healthy, and
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's not till later. So, and then pretty much it's hard. Lunch is usually hard because you're usually out somewhere. So whatever you can get at Taco Bell or whatever it is.
Okay.
And
we did not endorse that. Okay, we did not endorse that.
And then from there, I usually try to have a good dinner, just chicken and pasta or whatever vegetables, and try to keep breakfast and dinner healthy at least. So
okay, there you go. A different Oreo concept.
Exactly.
That's right. So okay, BOP. Let's talk about this. So did you do the BOP last year?
Yeah, I did it last year. It was kind of more just to do it. I was here and I was like, oh, it'll be fun to do it, but didn't really train or anything like that, and wasn't taking it too seriously. So pretty excited to check it out this year. Been training pretty hard, so I'm just excited to give it a go, and should be fun.
All right, good luck. Thanks a lot for coming down.
Yeah,
We're
thank
stoked
you.
to have you on the set.
Right
So
on.
keep up the great work. And I've already given up on trying to be as fast as you guys are, but I'm watching. I'll surf with you.
Right on.
So, all right, thanks a lot. Say hi to everyone in Maui there, and hopefully no more break-ins. We don't want real estate going up and people breaking into homes in Maui. So,
Exactly.
But that does look exciting. I might come visiting sometime soon. All right, thanks a lot, Kody.
All right, thank you.
Guys, that's it. Wrapping up with Kody. Up next, that is amazing. Just an amazing lineup of talents. We got Jessica Endel all the way from Canada. So right after the commercial break, you stay tuned.